Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Princess Theatre here in Brisbane, ahead of Matchroom Boxing's first show in Australia on Saturday night, live on DAZN around the world from the unbelievable Suncorp Piazza, of course, here in Brisbane. There's a lot of people that we'd like to thank for the opportunity of coming to Australia. Of course, DAZN, our global partners, who will not just broadcast this fight live across Australia on Saturday night, but live across the world as well. The fighters, of course, of which without them this wouldn't be possible. Angelo Di Carlo from Ace Boxing that's helped us put together a fantastic card from top to bottom, and it's been really refreshing to come here at a golden time for Australian boxing. You know, we're not here to waste our time. It's a long way from the UK. We're here because we believe this market has potential, and we believe there is a lot of talent here in Australia that's going to grow over the next few years. From the grassroots of the amateur game right up to the elite level in professional boxing, we're here to stay in this market, and I've enjoyed watching the growth in recent years for Australian boxing. This sport, one week you can't live without it, the next week you're dying to live without it, but this week's definitely a week that you don't want to live without boxing. It's been so refreshing to be around people that are excited, refreshing to be around people that are grateful for the opportunity to go and achieve their dreams. Of course, this is not just about Brock Jarvis against Liam Paro, which in my opinion will give you guys a tremendous all-Australian battle on Saturday night. It's not just about Dempsey McKean looking to escalate his position in the world rankings and land a massive heavyweight title shot. It's not just about Sky Nicholson, who looks to return to win Commonwealth championships ahead of her previous Commonwealth Games gold medal here in Queensland. It's about these tremendous fighters up here. And what's refreshing about this card, there's 7 fights on the card. Every one is a championship fight. We have just 6 defeats across 14 fighters on Saturday night. And I want to talk about all these fights because it's important to go into a market and see fighters that are prepared to step up. Fans are not interested anymore in people protecting their O's, and all these people on this top table have opportunities to go on and progress their career. And there's some great fights even before we go on to the main championship fights on the card. The man to my left, Angelo Di Carlo, has helped me make some of those fights. He has many fighters up here as well. Angelo, a few words ahead of the show, and of course the main press conference to come after this, but some tremendous fights up here as well.
Yeah, first and foremost, I just wanted to thank Matchroom for the opportunity to work beside the #1 promoter in the world. I wanted to thank South Bank Piazza for giving us the opportunity to use a venue that had never been used for combat sport. So it's obviously to be showcased in that atmosphere is going to be huge. As for the undercard, you know, Eddie had one instruction for me, and that was to make sure that we had 50-50 fights. That's certainly what we've got up here. Nobody's in an easy fight. They might think they're in an easy fight because obviously every trainer might think that they've got the upper hand, but let me tell you, all of these fighters have come to fight and have got something to prove to the Matchroom brand, and so I'm expecting some fantastic fights on the Saturday night.
Thank you, Angelo. Let's talk about those fights. First up, Dylan Biggs against Mirko Pizzi. Dylan, I took a trip to Toowoomba recently. They told me it was 45 minutes away. It was actually about 3 hours away, but when I got there, I met Brendan. You know, Brendan Smith, who's a good friend of ours. I promised I'd go and visit. It was a trip that ultimately led to Steve Spark also getting his dream opportunity against Montana Love. But one man he told me about was you. And he believes you are one of the top prospects in Australian boxing. You have a great fight, your first title fight on Saturday night, and ready to make a statement.
Yeah, Eddie, thanks for the opportunity to fight on this card. It's the biggest fight of my life, really. Big thanks to Matchroom Promotions and Angelo Di Carlo for putting this card on, and obviously Brendan for getting me on here. Yeah, best fight of my life. I'm ready. I've been training for it. I'm ready for a war come Saturday night.
What should we expect from you? I know you've got a lot of travelling fans coming up as well. You're going to be watched all around the world on DAZN as well. I did my own research on you. Brendan Smith, you know, you can't always believe the trainer-manager. You know, they're always going to tell you that. But I won't tell you who told me, but someone said, you know, this Dylan Biggs, he's like a Russian. He's got shoulders that are just huge. He's a huge puncher, so exciting. Is that a fair assessment? All action on Saturday night?
Yeah, all action. I get the Russian card a lot. I'm German, similar, same.
Good man. Look forward to seeing it. Mirko, for you, a big opportunity as well. Travelling up, you've got your stablemate as well, Matteo Tapper here. Big opportunity for you and in great shape ahead of an important fight for your career?
Yeah, 100%. Really thankful to Matchroom, Eddie, Angelo to give me this opportunity. Want to thank my team, and yeah, I'm ready to step up the game. I'm here. I box. That's what I box for. Fight the best, and pretty sure the cream race to the top at the end. So I'm ready for it.
Thank you. These guys kicking off the show on Saturday night. This one's a wild one. Wild. And this is what I love about Australian boxing, because this fight makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, right? Rhys Evans down there, looking for an opportunity to fight on this card. Now, I find out about Rhys Evans, and they say to me, this kid is an unbelievable amateur. He's had over 100 amateur fights. He's looking to turn professional. He just wants an opportunity. So I speak to Angelo Di Carlo, and Angelo Di Carlo goes, look, Jalen Tate is on the card. He's 9-0. He wants to fight. So I said, he's not the same weight as Rhys Evans, is he? And he goes, yeah, he is. I said, well, what about that? What, a debutant who with a load of ability and a load of potential fighting a 9-0 prospect? You guys have got to be mad. But how lucky are we that we get to see it? So, Rhys, what is going on? Because this is a bold, bold move. But everyone tells me how good you are. Everyone tells me how much ability you've got. You're straight in. No messing around. Up against 9-0 Jalen Tate on Saturday night. What a moment for your boxing career.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. And
I didn't want to put any pressure on you, by the way. I was just saying.
No, I love the pressure, actually. So, yeah, and thanks, Angelo Di Carlo as well. Yeah, I just like the pressure. I just love fighting. So, yeah, to be on this Matchroom promotion will be bloody awesome. And
Talk
just
about
like to do my best.
You talk about fighters progressing. Like, we spend our whole life really progressing fighters from the amateur code through the professional ranks. A lot of the time, you take it easy, you get a few nice wins. Is it just because of your amateur experience, you don't want to mess around? I mean, you win on Saturday against a 9-0 fighter. There's really no backward steps from there as well.
Yeah, well, 2018 was when I wanted to turn pro, but it just didn't happen. So I'm 30 now, so it's time to not muck around and get in there and have a go.
Good luck, Rhys. Jalen, I guess you got more to lose on Saturday night. You're 9-0 fighting a debutant. Again, as much as you don't really see a debutant fighting a 9-0, you don't really see a 9-0 fighter fighting a debutant at the same time. But big opportunity for you, broadcast around the world, ready to go for the championship at the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we didn't even look at the opponent when we heard that there was an opportunity to fight on a Matchroom show. So we just pretty much just said yes straight away. And now that we know he's a debutant, I guess it's just welcoming the challenge now.
What should we expect from you? Again, fans tuning in for the first time to watch the Wolf in action. Angelo speaks very highly of you as well. You've built up a nice record here in Australia and looking to progress that on Saturday.
You can expect the greatest magic show you've ever seen.
Really? I like that. Yeah, very good. I think that's worth a round of applause. I think that's worth Boxer tricks coming from Jalen Tate. This one, Ben Cameron hands against Rocky Ogden. So this one is the Queensland derby, right? This is the one that Angelo Di Carlo said, this is fight of the night for me, okay? So Ben Cameron hands, talk to us about this fight with Rocky Ogden, because we'll come on to Rocky at the moment, who we saw recently in a tremendous fight as well. You're all action as well. Is this one going to live up to the hype from Angelo Di Carlo?
I'd just like to thank Eddie and Angelo for getting me on this show. I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really tough, solid fight and a real crowd pleaser. I mean, Rocky's a champion in 3 different sports, so he's something special there, obviously. But I think I'm ready for it, and this is a good step in my career if I get the win on Saturday.
Again, for fans tuning in on this live stream and on Saturday night, of course, your brother, a fighter as well, got a big history of boxing. And this means a lot to you, this opportunity, and just a chance to change your life on Saturday.
Definitely, yeah. This is all life-changing. This can be something big and open up many doorways.
Good luck on Saturday. Rocky, 2 fights, chance to become a 2-weight Australian champion on Saturday night. 3 different disciplines in terms of the fight game as well. All action, interesting haircut as well. I have to say, I like it. But ready to go on Saturday night. And again, as Angelo tells me, you two are just going to have a tremendous battle at the weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to go. I just want to say a massive thank you to Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, Angelo Di Carlo, and the Ace Boxing team. For you guys to bring Matchroom to Australia means a lot, and to give the Aussies opportunity to showcase their skills, that's great for us. But yeah, I always work super hard, and I'm just really excited to be on the big stage and yeah, put on a good fight for everyone. I know Ben's a good fighter. He's got good skills, but we'll see who's better in the ring.
And your fight history, of course, across Muay Thai as well, former world champion in that discipline as well, but now boxing is the path for you.
Yeah, 100%. I'm pretty hooked on the boxing now. If I'm not training, I'm studying, I'm watching it. But yeah, it's a different sport all around, so I just got to do my best to get better and better. And yeah, I'm looking to put on a good show for everyone.
Thanks. Well, expect a cracking fight. Ben Cameron hands against Rocky Ogden. And this one as well, just another example of just fights that don't happen in markets where I come from. In the UK, very rarely would you get a fighter like Abdullah Mayweather, 7-0 against Matteo Tapia, 15-0. I want to thank Mike Altamura as well for this opportunity because, again, I was made aware of Matteo Tapia, who basically people said, this guy's really, really exciting. Angelo was pushing Abdullah Mayweather. I looked at the weight classes. I said, they won't agree to this fight, but let's ask. And it's just instant yes. Instant yes. And I love it. So, Abdullah, this man has been talking about you a lot. I know your English is improving as we go, but a massive opportunity late on in the card, broadcast around the world. Great fight on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fight. I know, first of all, thanks for Angelo, thanks for Eddie Hearn to give me this opportunity for fighting DAZN. That's an amazing thing for me, you know, to fight in the mushroom. Because I didn't come in Australia for boxing, but God gave me, you know. But yeah, it's gonna be a big challenge for me because my Tapia got 14 fights, more fight than me. But I'm not scared about that because you know I'm 7 fights, but I believe to myself. I know I trained hard for this fight. I did all my sacrifice for this fight. I'm ready for him. He has to be ready for me.
And also, can I just say as well, I'm glad that we didn't waste our money on a translator because your English was perfect. Well done. Well done.
Thank
well
you.
done. Well done.
I speak Spanish, I speak French, I speak...
All right, don't
but
show
not
off.
English. I don't know why.
Okay, don't show off. Just one step at a time. Matteo, welcome. Again, I've heard great things about you. You know, this is a very exciting opportunity for you. Mike Altamura, again, straight away off the bat. It's very unusual for a fighter, 14-0, 15-0, 14-0? 14, could be 15 on Saturday. Who steps up against really a relatively unknown, dangerous, big super middleweight who's 7-0. But for you guys, straight away, it was accepted, and this is your moment.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thank you to Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, Angelo for making this happen. My promotional team, Pro Bellum, and my manager, Mike Altamura. You know, without them, this wouldn't be possible. And yeah, you know what? I'm excited. I've faced 3 undefeated fighters before, so I know what the feelings are like. So I'll just be ready Saturday night, and we'll see what happens.
Abdullah, a huge 168-pounder, big puncher, but everyone tells me you can really crack as well. Expect a really good fight here.
Yeah, they can say that. We'll see Saturday night.
Good. Well, it's a
Viva Mexico, cabrones.
Well, thank you very much, Matteo and Abdullah and Angelo, Dylan, Reese, Ben, Rocky, Jalen and Mirko. Again, this is just the appetizer for a tremendous night on Saturday night. It's going to be a wonderful atmosphere at the Piazza on Saturday. We're going to have head-to-heads with all these guys up here. Then we're going to move on to the main press conference. Thank you all for listening, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you very much.
I feel great. Everything's on point. Put a lot of hard work into it. Really excited for this one. I feel great here at 140. I've never competed at the weight yet, and this is my 8th weight division that I have been competing in. I think this one is going to suit me a lot, so I'm looking forward to campaigning here.
There's only one Brock Jarvis. He works hard. Look, we've inspired some of the best fighters in Australia. Much heavier than Brock, because Brock's gone up a few weight divisions, and they're all shocked.
feel great, everything's on point. Put a lot of hard work into it. Really excited for this one. I feel great here at 140. I've never competed at the weight yet, and this is my 8th weight division I have been competing in. I think this one is going to suit me a lot, so I'm looking forward to campaigning here.
There's only one Brock Jarvis. He works hard. Look, we've sparred some of the best fighters in Australia. Much heavier than Brock, because Brock's gone up a few weight divisions, and they're all shocked. They can't believe the power and the strength of Brock.
You've got to put in the work if you want results, and really do whatever it takes to get the results. I know Liam pretty well, and I got nothing against the bloke. I just got the opportunity to fight here in Australia, and it's just business.
Thanks to Liam for giving us the opportunity. Calls for the golden ticket. We'd rather give it to an Aussie than give it to somebody else, and I have no doubt that the golden ticket is going to be passed from Liam to Brock come the 15th of October. I'm a huge fan of Liam. I wouldn't have taken the fight if I didn't think Brock could win.
It is an opportunity. Every fight's an opportunity, but I've still had 20 fights, and there is no easy way in boxing, really. And I've got this great opportunity, putting in the work to make the most of it.
He's turned from a boy to a man, and you're going to see a real man fight on the 15th. This is not that boy that's been fighting over the last few years. He's a man now.
I want to be great. I put the work in every day. It's all I think about. It's all I want. I just want to leave, something behind.
Can't wait for this fight, it's huge. 2 big names in Australia. Perfect for the Matchroom debut in Australia. It's his first fight at 140, so I'm going to welcome him to the division with a really tough lesson. A lot of people have said to me I've got a lot to lose and nothing to gain, and vice versa for him, but they chase really hard for this fight, and if someone's confident to beat me, I'll be confident to shut him down, and that's what I'm going to do in this fight, and we're out training here hard, and I can't wait to make a statement. I fought my way and earned my spot the hard way. Now I'm not going to let no kid come here and try to take it the easy way. My coach said it's shortcuts, and we're going to pull him up, show him there's no shortcuts in this sport, and he's going to learn the hard way for that. I didn't have to take this fight, but I love the sport. I love fighting so much, and I had to keep busy. Josh Taylor's holding up the belts at the moment. I've also got to continue keeping busy and keep that ring rust away, and what better way than a big Australian head-to-head fight. So I'm excited for this one, really am. Fennick's a massive name in Australian boxing, and just because Brock's trained by him, I feel like they're rating him something he's not. But hey, look, like I said, I don't look past anyone, and I'm ready to put on a performance and prove a lot of people, yeah. Brock Jarvis and Team Fennick are going to quickly realise they've bitten off more than they can chew. I'm just going to show that I put in the hard work, that there's been no shortcuts in my career, and I'm ready for absolutely anything anyone brings to the table at any time. I can't wait to put on a show, and hopefully it's the first of many.
You're on the side. Okay. Well, welcome back, everybody. Again, the press conference we just had was enough for most shows, but look at the talent up here on Saturday night. Of course, live on DAZN around the world. Our first show from Australia in Brisbane this Saturday night from the Suncorp Piazza. It is a tremendous venue. There's limited tickets left for this fight. If you're in Brisbane, if you're a fight fan from Australia, you need to get to this show, not just because of the talent on display, but the venue itself, the production, everything. You are going to love what you see on Saturday night. This main event is an absolute cracker. I mean, there's such a great narrative for this fight. Liam Paro, who sits at a fluctuation between number 1 in the world, number 2 in the world with the WBO. He's sitting there basically ready for a shot at the world title. He's 22-0 and really on the verge now of challenging probably Josh Taylor for the world title, could be Teofimo Lopez, but the opportunity comes for Brock Jarvis, someone that Jeff Fennick has championed for many years, someone that Jeff Fennick believes is the future of Australian boxing. 20-0, a guy with just relentless pressure, great power, a chance for him to become a massive name in Australian boxing. And Liam Paro looking to continue the great work that he's made progress of in the last couple of years and progress to that World Championship fight. It's Queensland against New South Wales. It has everything. It is going to be a tremendous, tremendous fight. Along with that, of course, Dempsey McKean, who now sits in the top 13 with 2 governing bodies in the heavyweight division, the money division, the glory division of boxing. Of course, if you look at Matchroom's stable, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Derek Chisora, Zile Zhang, Philip Hergovich, these are all guys that we represent in the top 15 in the world. If Dempsey McKean wins and wins impressively on Saturday night, he will face one of those names next, unquestionably, and a massive opportunity for him. Sky Nicholson in another all-Australian fight. Sky Nicholson, one of the greatest amateurs this country has ever produced. Of course, Commonwealth Games gold medalist in Queensland in previous years, Olympian as well. A chance for her to win her first championship with the Commonwealth professional title in just her 5th fight. Tremendous talent up here, and we're going to talk about those fights. We'll start with the Commonwealth featherweight title. Christina Mousey Jacobs, firstly, thanks for taking this opportunity in the challenge on Saturday night. Huge opportunity, the Commonwealth title, an all-Australian clash. You've had a great camp, you have plenty of notice, ready to fight on Saturday.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, and thanks to my own promoter, Brian Armature, as well, for getting this done. Yeah, it's a big opportunity, but, you know, I'm here to fight, and I can't wait to get in there.
You've already been involved in some big fights as well, and when the opportunity come up, we know about Sky's amateur pedigree as well, but it was a must-take for you. She's already ranked in the top 10 in the world, looking for her own world title shot, but victory for you will put you right up there amongst the big names in the division.
Yeah, I'm here to fight the best, so yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I can't wait.
Thanks, Christina. Sky, it's been a roller coaster, sort of 6 months. Can't believe you only turned professional back in March. 4 fights already, moving straight up to 10 rounds as well. You've had a great camp. I know how keen you were to return to Australia. Brisbane, of course, the home of your Commonwealth gold in previous years, and now your first championship fight on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, to be part of Matchroom's first show here in Australia and to be fighting for the Commonwealth title back in Queensland after winning the Commonwealth gold medal back in 2018. So no, I'm really, really excited. I've had a great camp, and I really want to show some levels, show what we've been working on in the gym, and put on a really good show for the crowd.
I know you're already talking about World Championship fights in 2023, but not overlooking Christina as well. You know how tough she is. You know what a massive opportunity this is for her on Saturday night, and full focus for the Piazza.
Yeah, 100%. I think Australians are some of the toughest opponents you can get. They're tough, they come to fight, they come to win, and I definitely expect a tough battle on Saturday night, and I've got full focus on Saturday night, and we'll see what's next after that.
And also, finally, your opinion on the card. Of course, great main event as well, but some great undercard fights as well. And I spoke to you about some of them, and really exciting to see some of these matchups, really from the first bell on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be non-stop action. There's some really, really good matchups that we probably wouldn't normally see on Australian cards. I think Australian boxing fans are used to seeing a top prospect versus, I guess, journeywomen. So to have really good prospects all fighting each other, I think it's going to make for a really, really good night of boxing.
Thank you. Sky Nicholson against Christina Jacobs for the Commonwealth featherweight title on Saturday night. We move to the heavyweight division. Patrick Korte, 19-1 from Germany. Big opportunity for him to gate crash the world rankings as well, with his translator up here, if you could pass the microphone over. Patrick, big opportunity for you on Saturday. Big opponent, undefeated opponent, but ready to fight.
Yes, first of all, I want to thank Angelo and Eddie for the big opportunity. Yeah, I'm ready to fight.
I can't believe we've got another translator up here. You know, I mean, this is 2 now. But at least you got to sit at the top table, my friend, anyway. But, you know.
I'm just here for security.
Security. Okay, well, we'll do that in the head-to-head. But thank you very much anyway. But
anyway, let's start Patrick, and then I help him out, okay?
Yeah, okay. So my other question to you was, you know, we know you're an exciting fighter. 2 big punches on Saturday night. We expect this fight probably to end with a knockout for the fans.
Definitively. I want. I give all my best for a knockout.
Thank you, Patrick. Dempsey, a couple of fights now over in the UK. You've been working hard in Tony Sims's gym as well. How's the mindset for this fight? I mean, I don't mind saying to people in the media, you know, you were on the verge of the Dillian Whyte fight as well at the end of November as well. But really, really important fight for your career right now. Not only have you got to win, but you've got to make a statement to the world to land one of those big fights in early 2023.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my management didn't really want to tell me until the deal was almost 75% done with Dillian Whyte. So they did tell me, they got my hopes up, and then it seemed to fizzle out a little bit as well. But hey, look, we've got a great fight in front of myself. You know, come Saturday night against a good game opponent. You know, 15 knockouts from 18 wins. So, you know, no doubt in my mind he's going to come to our fight, and he's going to try and take my title off me and take those world rankings. So, but like you said, we've been drilling into myself this whole camp. We need to make a statement. We need to push forward. The last fight I had at the O2, you know, as my first camp under Tony Sims, you know, I took my foot off the pedal a little bit, but, you know, as first camp, getting to know each other, figuring out the styles, but, you know, we've made some really good adjustments. I'm hitting harder than ever, sitting down on my shots, coming in a little bit heavier, and, yeah, it's going to show on Saturday night, and I'm keen. I'm not saying that there's, you know, exciting things ahead from you, but I have told the entire Australian media that I'd like to do you against AJ at the Gabba. So, you know, as a cricket fan, that would be unbelievable. But is there extra pressure on this fight? Because you know you're going to land a massive fight next, and Australian boxing nearly needs to rely on the heavyweight division as well. But it's kind of like when you got all that ahead of you, sometimes these kind of fights can be the most dangerous ones. Yeah, look, the way I see it, every fight is dangerous. This is a heavyweight division. We all pack a punch, you know. You land clean, it's going to hurt someone. Simple as that. So every fight is dangerous as the last and the one in front of you. And, you know, it's added motivation as well, you know, looking at these fights, getting a fight against possible Dillian Whyte and AJ. You know, these are two of the biggest names in the boxing in the world at the moment. So, and, you know, I've been in camp with both these guys, and I give them good hard rounds. And, mate, I would go into that fight very confident, let me tell you. With the sparring I give these guys, mate, I'll be very confident if that fight does come around, you know, let alone the levels that I'm hitting now that I'm training over in the UK with Tony Sims. So when that opportunity comes, I'm going to cherish it with both arms, and, mate, I'm not going to let it slip, that's for sure. Well, business to take care of on Saturday night. Two big, dangerous heavyweights, Dempsey McKean against Patrick Corte. Now we go to the main event, Liam Paro against Brock Jarvis. A tremendous fight. We're going to go backwards and forwards between the two camps, particularly now we'll start with Liam Paro. Alfie, I'm going to start with you. I know been part of the camp as well, but obviously the birth of your new child, congratulations. And Liam's been out in Australia, America as well for this camp. A little, round of applause, I think, for Alfie. Congratulations. I mean, we should actually be congratulating your wife more than you, Alfie, with all due respect. But obviously this fight, it comes with its danger as well. It's not something that you guys had to take in your position, but you believe in Liam Paro, you believe in his ability, and it's a fight that you believe he will take care of on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's certainly a fight that Liam didn't need to take, but we've got full confidence in Liam and what he's done in his career. I think he's always ticked the boxes and always put on great performances, and for this preparation and in the last, to a degree, he's been training with Steve Rowlands, a very dear friend of ours, and he's been hitting absolute new highs, to be honest. And he's come here for the last few weeks to sort of finish off camp, but there's no excuses. It's the best version of Liam Paro you'll see, and I'm very confident he'll get the job done. When I spoke to you the other night at dinner, we were talking about the fight, and you were a little bit baffled. You kind of said, you know, obviously Jeff has a huge amount of confidence, but you said to me, almost like, unless I'm missing something here, I cannot see any way that Brock Jarvis beats Liam Paro. I mean, this man has a great engine. You know, he has great power. He's his 8th weight division as well. But in your mind, 100% confidence in Liam Paro for the weekend? 100% confidence. We know what Brock brings to the table, and if he wants to try something different, we'll welcome that too. Absolutely no, it's a definite win for us on Saturday night. And finally, I know that, you know, the whole DiCarlo-Fenech combination's been interesting in this fight. It's a friendly rivalry as well. But the bit between your teeth as well, speaking to you, you know, Jeff's very outspoken. He has full belief in his fighter as well. But part of you would like to get one up on this man on Saturday night. As a trainer, of course, I know he's achieved so much in the sport, but as a trainer, you want victory badly at the weekend. I mean, no one's criticising Jeff in terms of what he's done as a boxer. He's the greatest ever Australian boxer there is. There's no doubt about that. But on Saturday night, he's just a trainer like I am. And it doesn't matter what Jeff Fennick did in his career. This is Brock and Liam's night. And I believe that Liam's going to get the job done. And yes, there has been back and forwards between the camp. But look, the reality is I've got my views on that, and I'm very strong about that. And I don't want to let that sort of overshadow the moment between these two boys, because it isn't about me or Jeff or the DeCarlos. It's not about us. It's about these boys and letting them have their moment.
Jeff, I know, you're not shy to say a few words, but it's a nice rivalry between you guys. I know the history goes back as well, but you heard Alfie's comments there, and I know what this fight means to you. I know how close you are to Brock. I know how much you've championed Brock over the years, but it's showtime, really. This is the moment of Brock Jarvis's career on Saturday night.
Yeah, without doubt. And like I said, I've prepared for many fights during my lifetime, and the guy who's sitting to the right of me prepares as good as me, as good as anybody I've ever been involved with. I've trained Mike Tyson, I've trained people all around the world, I've been involved with a lot of great athletes and sportsmen and women. And when it comes to work ethic, preparation, there's none better than Brock. And like I said, obviously, total respect to Alfie and to their team and to Angelo. But I think I've watched a few and been in a few more fights than these guys. And do you think I would have taken the fight if I didn't think Brock could win? Not a chance in the world. I'm more than 100% confident. And like I said, these people haven't realised that the kid sitting on my right has gone from they've watched this young boy grow into a man, and the man that is going to be unleashed on Saturday night has never been seen before. And he will show the boxing world, because that's what he's all about. And really quickly, just before I'm doing that, I just want to thank Chrissy V for doing so much stuff while we've been here and prior to that, and getting all this stuff done for us. So I know we're all thanking Angelo and Matchroom, but yeah, thank you very much for what you've done for us too, Chrissy. Thank you very much.
Jeff, that conversation I had with Alfie, I mean, the belief from both camps, he just can't see how Brock Jarvis wins this fight. And can you not see how Brock Jarvis loses this fight?
Quite obvious why he wears glasses. He cannot see. Nah, look, like I said, I'm sure he's confident and stuff like that. But like I said, let's not hide the fact that maybe the best southpaw, apart from Liam in Australia, is a boy by the name of Paul Fleming. It was a couple of divisions lighter, but he sparred Anthony Mundine. He sparred everybody in Australia. We've got Darryl Foley, who's challenged Liam on occasions, and he's another southpaw. Brock sparred both of them over the last month, plus many other guys. Paul Fleming, who I have the most respect for in the world, who's such an amazing fighter, said to me, his exact words were that I've had 150 amateur fights, 30 professional fights, and I've never been hurt more in 5 rounds of sparring than I've had in my whole boxing career. This kid to my right is not the guy that everybody's been watching for the last couple of years. Like I said, he's going to be totally different on Saturday night. And like I said, and he's done the work to get there. That's why I'm so proud of Brock. No shortcuts. He does everything 110%. And people are saying about him making weight. He can make weight in a half an hour now if we needed to. He's right near weight, so everything's great.
And finally, just to both trainers, we want to talk about the fight itself. A lot of people are talking about the relentless pressure and aggression of Brock Jarvis against the sort of southpaw smart of Liam Paro. Is that how you see it? Is that how Brock Jarvis wins this fight, with that pressure, with that power and that aggression?
Well, that's part of it, but I think Brock's very, very smart, and I think if they think that Brock's only got an A plan, I don't know who they've been watching. I'm sure that he's been able to stop everybody through that pressure and stuff. And pressure's not being hit; it's the thought of being hit. And you can take anybody to a gym and try to make them replicate somebody. I mean, I remember throughout my fighting career, these guys sparred guys. They thought they were going to spar like Jeff Fennick. Nobody's going to replicate Brock until Liam steps in the ring, and then he'll see how different it is. It's going to be completely different to those guys he's been sparring in America.
And Alfie, just one from you on the fight itself, and again, the common theme of people's analysis of the strength and the pressure of Brock Jarvis against that smart of Liam Paro. But having watched Liam as well, and I'm sure he's prepared to switch it up on Saturday night also.
100%. But the problem is, you hear a lot about Brock and stories and this and that, but the problem is they're always inspiring. I haven't seen him perform in a fight yet, so there's a lot of sparring tales about Brock and the stuff like that. So let's just see what happens on fight night. But in terms of styles, it really doesn't matter. Like, honestly, I just don't see where he beats him in any aspect. If he wants to try and box, we'll box. If he wants to try and fight, we'll fight. I honestly just don't see it. I just don't see him keeping up. And yes, a massive part of their game plan will be to try and walk in and walk down, but it just sort of plays into the hands of the book that we've been writing, to be honest.
Thank you very much to both trainers. Brock, over to you. You both got camps who have got their own opinion as well. I know you two pretty quiet as well, and you've been doing your work, but I've got to say, across Instagram, across seeing you in the flesh, just in tremendous shape. Remarkable to think this is your 8th weight division. How are you feeling on the verge of your 140-pound debut in a career-defining fight for you?
Yeah, I feel great. I feel great at this weight. I think it's really going to be very positive for me. The weight jump, so I'm really looking forward to performing on Saturday.
Obviously, there's so much at stake for you, in terms of the rankings for the 140-pound division, the first Matchroom show, and also really the potential for you as an athlete to become a superstar in this country, really, and a flag bearer for the sport, and go on and challenge for a world title. You're ready for that moment. I know Jeff believes you are as well, but you have to take this opportunity with both hands on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for me, and as Jeff was saying, I've prepared real hard like always, and yeah, really looking forward to Saturday night.
You share the belief of Jeff Fennick as well. I know you believe in yourself, but you see no way that you're not victorious. I know you rate Liam Paro as a fighter, but in your mind, it's 100% a Brock Jarvis victory at the weekend.
Yeah, I put the work in. I know exactly what I need to do, and like I said, I'm really looking forward to showing everyone on Saturday.
Thanks, Brock. Liam, it's been a long camp. Last time we were here, we looked at a sort of mid-September, end of September date. And although this man's in great shape, one thing that I noticed when I was in Vegas for the Canelo fight and I come to see you was you're also in great shape. I think unquestionably the shape of your career so far, again, a couple of days away from really the biggest moment of your professional career so far.
Yeah, definitely doesn't get any bigger than this. This is huge. I'm so blessed to be headlining this event. Thank you to yourself, Eddie Hearn, Angelo, Matchroom. But man, I am in the best shape. You know what I mean? Like, every camp is getting better and better, and I want to prove that I'm at the top of the 140-pound division, and this is the next step in the way. So I'm coming all guns blazing. I've worked on things, and you're going to see the best Liam Paro.
Obviously, we talk about that route to the World Championship as well. You don't need to take this fight. We know that question's been discussed as well. But is it a case as well, as I said to Alfie, that you're feeling as if you can't deal with Brock Jarvis, you're not going to go on and beat Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez as well? And as good as this young man is, these are the fighters you feel you should be beating in style.
Definitely. I've got to get through everyone, and this is the guy I've got to get through if I want to prove myself at this division. Jeff's saying he's 20-0, and I'm the same, but I've done it 2 more times. You know what I mean? I've beat more undefeated fighters, so on Saturday night I'm going to come and steal yo and take the show.
And finally, people talking about, the technical ability of Liam Paro, and Brock Jarvis is going to be walking you down and trying to beat you up in there as well on Saturday night. Is there a little part of you, and I don't know whether I can see that twinkle in the eye, that thinks you might win this fight inside the distance on Saturday night?
Mate, look, he's only fought little guys. You know what I mean? I encourage him to walk on to these shots once I start hitting him. I just don't see it happening. I honestly don't. He's tailor-made for me. I love a guy that's going to walk on, and we're going to see how good his chin really is. We've seen it's been tested a lot, but at 140 we're really going to see. And finally, just a word from Jeff and Angela. I know you two guys believe victory comes at the weekend. Just the method of victory. I know any means necessary, Jeff, but I know you've played this fight out in your mind. Is this a Brock Jarvis KO on Saturday night? I know you'll take it any way it comes, but in your heart, do you believe this is how that fight ends?
Yeah, of course, I said I believe Brock would win, and I believe that the Brock Jarvis that's going to turn up here on Saturday can knock anybody out in the world in the 140-pound division, anybody, and he'll prove that on Saturday night.
Thank you, Jeff, and Alfie as well. Again, just a feeling this one might not go the full distance. I expect a 12-round battle, but part of you thinks that the final bell won't be heard?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a great fight, but I do believe that Liam's got the ability to walk him onto a shot, and I think we have seen him vulnerable before, and I think it's inevitable that it will happen. But in saying that, we definitely haven't overlooked Brock, like Liam said. He's in the best position of his life.
He's never been dropped.
Yeah, and he's been hurt multiple times, Jeff.
Never got dropped.
So, been hurt multiple times. But anyway, the question was for me, Jeff. The question was for me, Jeff.
Yeah, just thought I'd help you.
So,
you weren't answering
you know,
properly.
you need more than help. So anyway, when it comes back to it, at the end of the day, I think we'll get it done in the distance, but of course we'll take by any means, whichever way it is.
Well, thank you, Alfie. Thank you, Jeff, as well. I could sit up here all day and talk about this fight. I love boxing and I love this fight as well. Two undefeated fighters putting it all on the line. I promise you a tremendous fight in this main event. As I said, Queensland against New South Wales, all Australian battle. This is exactly what we need for Australian boxing. Of course, also Dempsey McKean against Patrick Corte, Sky Nicholson against Christina Jacobs, and beneath that as well, Mayweather against Tapia, tremendous fight. Cameron Hands against Ogden, Marco Pizzi against Biggs as well, and just a tremendous, tremendous night of boxing for you on Saturday night. Wherever you are in the world, tune in on DAZN. Don't forget, tickets still available at the Piazza. Be quick, not many left, and the weigh-in tomorrow. Be there. Let's get ready for a new era of Australian boxers. Support all these great fighters, and we promise to give you an incredible night of action on Saturday live on DAZN. We're going to have head-to-heads up here, and we'll see you for the weigh-in on Friday and fight night on Saturday. Thanks for joining us.